Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to dating, as you guys know, because you're constantly asking how to date better. Well, knowing what you do maybe incorrectly is beneficial. Key dating trends that my friends at Plenty of Fish have identified: talk blocking and wallowing. Well, talk blocking, you might ask what it is. I'll tell you. It's when you watch TikTok or maybe Instagram or Facebook, if that's your thing, all day long and then realize it's massively interfering with your dating life. We all do that. We spend too much time on social media. It's distracting, and we can't focus on improving ourselves and then becoming interesting people or paying attention to our dates because maybe we're on TikTok when we're dating. And then wallowing, obviously, stop doing wallowing. Stop posting group photos or pictures of your friends on dating apps. They're not interested in who your friends are. They're superficial. They're vain. They want to know if you're hot. Let them know you're hot. You're hot. So find the full list of 2021 dating trends on Plenty of Fish's blog, the latest catch, blog.pof.com, and download Plenty of Fish from the Apple App Store or Google Play to sign up for your free membership today.
You're crazy.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Viall. I'm your host, Nick, joined by my producer, Chrissy.
Hello.
How you doing, Chrissy?
I'm good. I would have moved now by this time. Good thing we're recording this.
Great.
I love it.
We'll just get right to it. We have a fantastic episode for you. Lala Milan is our guest.
I love Lala.
She is talented, funny, hysterical, wonderful, a delight to have a conversation
Actor,
with.
comedian, YouTuber.
I really enjoyed talking to her, and I hope you enjoyed as much as I did talking to her.
You learned a lot about vagina hygiene in this episode.
Heck yeah, and what a delight it was.
Not something you talk about every day, I'm sure, but glad she could educate you.
Not enough.
Not enough.
So thanks for that journey. Just remember, it's Black Friday. I'm sure, as you know, a lot of shopping options. But hey, if you like some Viall merch, if you want some breakup books, if you want some hoodies, you want some masks, you want some cute
beanies,
tops, sweatshirts, we're gonna have a sale, 20% off. Code Viall, VIALL. We'll keep it simple. ViallFiles.com and get some merch for your favorite podcast with some clever sayings and some great things that when you walk down the street, your friends will be like, "Oh my God, girl, that's so right.
Oh my God, that mask.
You're right. He's not that special.
He's not that special, girl.
Or not.
Or dude, he's not that special.
Bro.
Bro, he's not that special. Bro.
So check it out. Other than that, thanks for listening. Subscribe, rate us 5 stars. We will see you back on Monday. Happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving. Stay safe. Stay smart. We love you.
I know. I watched your Amazon wig video.
Yes. Come on. Don't worry. This one is a pop on and pop off.
There's an Amazon. That's a wig?
Yes, it's a wig. See, white boys always be gassing me up, you know? Like, yes, this is a whole wig, and he just made me feel good. That let me know that it looks real, honey.
It looks really real.
And thank you.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. That's how we'll start.
Do you only wear wigs? How's that?
I be wearing my real hair sometimes. Very seldom. Very seldom. Yeah, shampooing and just going out. My hair is natural, what they call natural. So it's not like this texture at all. It can be, but with the wrong humidity in the air, it looks like a enlarged tennis ball, if you will.
I have frizzy curly
no, you
hair.
Don't.
No, well, not maybe not. It responded well to humidity.
Yeah, it's a whole situation.
Am I just stupid for not knowing? Are wigs pretty prevalent?
No, you're not stupid for not knowing at all. And yes, they're prevalent. I'm sure there's a lot of people who probably came in here who had a wig on that you didn't know.
It looks marvelous.
Thank you. That is such a compliment. Thank you.
I'm like this. I'm
Hello,
looking.
Lala, welcome.
I'm looking hard at her hairline, and it just looks amazing.
That's good. That's so good. Thank you.
Yeah, it looks
Don't
great.
look too hard. You might see the net that they be talking about, but
I
otherwise we
I
good.
don't see it.
That
And honestly, like in movies, sometimes in movies, like if you have an actor, like you just know, like a male actor who's bald or something, and he has like a hairpiece, and I'm like, I fucking see that shit.
Yeah.
Or Nicole Kidman. You always call Nicole Kidman always has like these hair pieces, and you can always tell when she got a hair piece.
That's hilarious.
Why how come in general, like men deal with balding, right, and hair loss, and there's such a like a stigma around men wearing hair pieces and like not owning their hair loss, and women are wearing extensions and wigs, and it's totally fine.
I think that men just be doing it wrong. You know, they like to do Beijing, you know, which it just be blatantly obvious. Like they colored their face and hairline with permanent marker. You know, if you do it right, you know, some people even do the surgeries where they go ahead and get their hair follicles put in correct places. Now that's, hey.
They're making advancements.
But a hairpiece is just like a toupee, you know, and it just looks crazy often. Now, if you find somebody who do it right, you in business.
Yeah, it doesn't look styled or anything like that. It just looks like something that was slapped on.
Yeah.
But as women, if you were dating a man,
no,
and he had the
I'd
same,
rather you be bald.
he had the same.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm.
Yeah.
Why? And his game was just as strong as yours. His wig game, just if that were possible.
It's not possible.
But if it were possible.
But you know what though? There are men with fire man wigs. You know, they just be hard like that. And that's unattractive because you want to rub your man's head and then you rub and it's like sandpaper. That's not cool. Okay. You know? So I'd rather you be a manly man and go bald because you're still attractive.
Just shave it.
Just shave
it.
I love me bald. I love bald.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a point where just like, don't hang on.
Personally, I like a full hairline. But when we're older, you know, hey, it's all right.
Yeah, I just don't understand the double standard.
There's double standards with a lot of stuff.
Well, sure, I know, and that's just one of them.
Okay, shoot.
It just doesn't like short doesn't look as good as long wigs. Short wigs don't look as good as long wigs. I feel like. Like a guy's not walking around in a bob, but maybe if he's walking around like a bob, but maybe if he's walking around like Jason Momoa in a wig like that, I can get behind that.
My sister. By the way, thanks for coming, Lala.
No problem. Thanks for having
Lala,
me.
welcome to the show.
Oh, look, we already started.
We do an intro, and we talk about our.
Oh, we good. Okay.
It's fine. My sister used to date a guy, and in his early 20s, he lost all his hair, and so he was very self-conscious about it. Like early 20s, like he didn't eat any vegetables. I'm pretty sure that was why. And he like found this, like they would like, it was a whole thing. It was expensive, but like they found like they would like cut his hair and like glued it to his head.
Oh my God.
So like every 4 months he'd have to go and but it looked very real, but it was short too, but it was well done.
My question is, why did they break up?
Oh, he had problems. Yeah.
Well,
He
didn't eat vegetables
in order to
so.
He didn't pay bills, and he was irresponsible, and he didn't eat vegetables at all. My sister's a holistic nutritionist. That was
oh wow,
never gonna
okay,
work
yeah,
out.
they just weren't meant. Well, hey, yeah, I can't. I don't want to be at the hair salon while my man is at the hair salon too. You know,
I'm in touch with that.
the barber, yes, but the salon,
So when it comes to dating, are you like a traditional macho man?
When you say macho man, what you mean?
Well, I don't know. So if we're going to say, well, I get it. And I agree with you. I get it. Like, this is my thing. I don't want to be like sitting next to my partner, like at the salon.
A
like,
masculine
hey,
man?
Sure. I don't know. Yeah.
Yes.
Masculine. But we talk about toxic masculinity. We talk about like traditional masculinity. Where are the lines where like, if, what is okay if your man wants to do something maybe that's socially considered more less masculine or feminine, like not at the hairdresser, but
getting manicures, pedicures.
That's okay.
Yeah, I think that's a rich man trait, and I think that's attractive. Me personally, I noticed a whole bunch of golfers go get a manicure and stuff, and I'm like, oh, that's lit.
Okay, so you're on a dating app, you're talking to a guy, you're like, hey babe, what's you doing tonight? And he's just like, I'm about to go get a pedicure and a manicure. You're turned on. Or you're not turned
I
off.
just appreciate it.
You appreciate it.
Yeah. Like I don't look at it like, you better go get your nails done. Not like that. It's just like, okay, that's cool.
Okay.
Shoot, mind if I come with?
Yeah.
You know?
You buying?
Yeah, like I'm down.
Okay. This is great.
Look, Shark Tank had a whole business on there for it.
For a
men?
man.
Hammer and Nails. Yeah, it's called Hammer
Oh,
and
that's
Nails.
cute.
Yeah, it's on Melrose.
That's cute. That's
So
fire.
how long have you been in LA?
I've been in LA for 3 years now.
Oh, I'm longer than you, 5 years. How do
Yes.
you like it?
I absolutely love LA. Yes.
Did
it's
you always
amazing.
like it at first? Because
Yep.
for me, it took a good year for me.
Before I even came here, I loved it because every time I came, there were like so many people who I connected with. I was just doing the most craziest things. And I was like, oh, if I'm here, I know that's going to be happening on the regular. Then, of course, you move and you get comfortable, so none of it be happening. But it's what lures you in. But yeah, it's fire.
And where you came from, Atlanta?
Yep, I came from Atlanta. I was in Atlanta for 5 years, and I was always like, I'm gonna just stay, you know, because if they want me in LA, they'll fly me out. But that was a whole
Who's
lie.
they?
Whoever was giving me an opportunity,
Okay.
you know, casting directors. Boy, don't be trying to dig for something that it's not. I'm talking about the money. He's talking about who's they. Okay, they are the people with the money and the opportunities.
I have a Skylight. I could take. I've been doing photography. I've been taking pictures myself. You know, a selfie or a sky, and I just upload them. And it shows up my mom's Skylight. She has it in her living room. I gave this as a gift, and that way I don't have to call my mom to tell her I love her now because I just send her pictures of myself. I'm kidding about that. I don't have to. I love talking to my mom. You know when you go home, you know, if you don't live at home and your mom has this outdated picture of you or the person you're dating. That's annoying. You've
Yeah,
changed your
super
hair. You
annoying.
look better. You don't look like that anymore.
No.
Well, now every day you can send them a new picture of yourself.
Yeah,
a
it's
new
cool that you
glam
can
shot.
just email it right to the frame, and then like your mom wakes up and she's like, "Oh my God, look
That's
what
right.
Nick did yesterday."
Skylight frame is a photo frame you can update instantly by email from anywhere. That's right. A great way to feel close to those you love, even when you're separated. It has a black frame and a white mat, so it looks like a real photo frame that adds a beautiful touch to your home. Skylight frame has a gorgeous 10 touch screen. You can swipe through photos with your finger and even tap to thank the person who sent a photo. 100% satisfaction guarantee. Ooh, ooh, ooh. If you don't love your Skylight, they'll offer you a full refund, which I don't think they've ever done because it's so amazing. I can't vouch for that, but I'm guessing they've never done that.
Yeah.
Right now, as a special offer, you can get a $10 off your purchase of a Skylight frame when you go to skylightframe.com and enter code FILES, F-I-L-E-S. That's right. Get $10 off your purchase of a Skylight frame. Just go to skylightframe.com and enter code FILES. That's SKYLIGHTFRAME.com. Promo code FILES. Well, do you like truffle oil? Do you like hot sauce?
I mean,
I bet a lot of people out there love them both. Well, when you combine two great things, what you get is magic. And we're here to tell you
about Truff.
that Truff.
Magic.
What is Truff? I'm glad you asked. It is a luxury hot sauce that makes every meal 5 stars. Crafted with a signature blend of red chili, black truffle, organic agave nectar, and savory spices. Each bottle ships pristinely packaged and ready to gift.
No, the packaging is beautiful. The bottles are really beautiful. The top little lid is like all, what is it? What do they say it's shaped? It's a black diamond shape. It's really cool, the packaging.
So if
it's for gifting.
if you love giving great
It's really
gifts,
good
but
on
you
breakfast
hate
burritos,
wrapping
by the
presents, this is a solution for you.
It's the champion of your new breakfast burrito mornings. Like putting this on your breakfast burrito is a game changer. Just so you know.
God, and for those of you who can't cook, just put some of this on there, and people are like, "Oh my God, you're so amazing!" It's been featured on the Today Show, Good Morning America, Rachel Ray, Food Network, Food and Wine, and more. See for yourself why Truff is the biggest hot sauce on Instagram and TikTok. Get 10% off site-wide when you use promo code VIALL at truff.com. That's 10% off everything, including White Truff VIP box and Truff variety pack, just in time for the holidays. Just shop at truff.com. That is TRUFF. F for fantastic.com and use promo code VIALL. Before you blew up, you were selling insurance.
Yes. Look at you. You did your research. I appreciate that.
Well, I mean, I related because I was selling software.
Yes, for real?
Yeah, before I...
For what company?
Salesforce.
Salesforce. Okay. I was selling insurance, doing hair. I was hustling. you know, just trying to do it all so I could get more and more money, you know. And then one day when I went viral, people were just like, hey, aren't you that girl? And then it got kind of like overwhelming. So I left the hair salon, the part-time thing, because I got tired of people coming in and being like, oh my God. And I'm like, girl, do you want this quick weave or not? You know? So that got to be annoying. But yeah, I ended up leaving from Allstate.
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 Do you still have Allstate insurance?
No, I have Farmers. Dun,
I have Farmers too.
Hey.
Farmers.
Yeah.
Yes, that's who I got.
That was the best. He won an Oscar. Bum, ba-dum,
Who?
bum,
Oh,
bum, bum.
what's his
When
name?
the guy from Farmers won
Riley,
the Oscar.
some JC.
Yeah, Neil
that's
Patrick Harris
fire.
came out and was like, he won an Oscar.
That's cute.
That's what I think
lit.
of when I see the commercial.
So you would describe yourself as a proud hustler.
Absolutely.
I would too. Do you find that has got? I mean, for me, I kind of had that hustler mentality, a grinder, and I feel like that's allowed me to not fail in LA so far.
Yeah,
I wouldn't call myself successful yet, but I haven't crawled back home.
That's fire. I think, yeah, in order to survive here, you gotta have a hustler's mentality. You know, I feel like a lot of people here does. You know, when everything was open and you could catch an Uber, I often talk to different people. What do you do? I'm an actor. I'm a singer. Da da da. You know, but they're hustling to get their money to maintain the bills and stuff while they go chase their dreams. And I think that's admirable. So yeah, you got to do everything
in life. I think people. Do you think people are losing the hustler mentality in life nowadays? Do you think we're getting lazier?
It depends who you're around. You know, because some people, when certain things shut down, they like, oh, I got to find something else. You know, I feel like it awoke the beast in a lot of people. And then for some people, I feel like it kind of discouraged them and, you know, shook the tables a little bit. It just depends who you ask.
Okay. I feel like I'm a lot of people. I don't know, sometimes.
What about for you?
I think it's a certain type of person that like kind of almost like has it or they don't.
Yeah. What
know?
did it do for you? Like, did some stuff shut down for you?
And well, I think I just can't. I had it. I've always been that way since I was a kid. You know, if you're like hustling, it's just almost a personality of. I played sports. You know, you ran track. I ran track.
Yes. Oh Lord, what else did you find out about me? Because you're digging kind of deep. That was in high school. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have a good producer.
Okay.
Like too much credit.
Well, there.
You're also a cheerleader. If I'm just.
Oh my God.
He has a
Okay.
bachelor's degree in Spanish.
What did you?
Yes.
What did you do in track?
I did field events. So I did initially distance, but I was like, oh, I'm tired. So, but to this day, I hold the pole vaulting record for my high school. Yeah.
I still hold a couple high school records
for
myself
real?
in track and field.
I gotta say, my high school did shut down, so nobody can ever beat my record. But at the end of the day, I was the last to do it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pole vaulting looks scary to me.
Yeah, pole vaulting's.
I mean, would I do it today? No. But back then, when I wasn't aware of the consequences and I was, you know, fearless. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm like, I'll break something.
Exactly. Me too.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as to answer your question, I just always had it in. I remember the first thing I ever won in life. And I was won.
And what was that?
A coloring contest in the first grade. I'll never forget. I was sitting, you know, like in elementary school, like you sit on the floor a lot,
Yes.
right? Like in teachers, like
They
reading
always
things
had
to
us
you.
on the floor.
You sit on the floor.
Yep.
And I remember them walking in to announce the winner of the coloring contest, and it was I remember this vividly. I wish I still had it because I'd frame it, but it was a picture of like a church. And it had like the stained glass windows. And my mom was, you know, we went to church a lot. And so my mom, she's like, well, you got to color these little, all different colors.
Yeah.
And all the other first graders are just like orange.
All right.
You know, purple. And I just was like, no, each one is, and I won.
Oh, check you out.
But that's not really important. What is important is I remember them walking in and announcing the winner and saying my name. And
They walked in.
like, I don't know, a teacher or like, you know, because there was probably like two other first grade classes. So it was probably I don't remember, but my guess is it was like a competition between all the first grade classes. And so they walked in and they called my name. And I just remember being like, this is fucking awesome.
What
winning.
did you win?
I don't know. Just
a friendly gift
Recognition,
certificate.
dignity, and a
yeah.
certificate.
Well, you said in a previous interview, when you get recognized by people that aren't like, that's not your mom, you know, when your mom's like, you're the best. You're like,
Yes,
thanks,
they're
Mom.
supposed to
But
say
when
that.
someone else is giving you validation that you weren't expecting,
Yeah.
I found that to be my drug.
I agree. I absolutely agree. It's intoxicating.
Yeah.
You know, and it feels really good, and I'll never get tired of it.
Yeah. And so in life, I think, you know, that chasing that feeling was always my motivation factor to, you know, get over it, face adversity, try something new. If this didn't work, you know, chase dreams, stuff like that.
That's good. And then imagine when that's paired with money. Oh my God.
Electrifying.
Yes.
And you are obviously doing well in that space.
In money, I am very rich, darling. So let me stop.
I mean, I'm looking at your shoes.
Well, I will say this whole outfit was complimentary. Okay. Even the wig. But I say that to say I am very blessed and literally, but I'm still hungry. You know, I'll never stop being hungry, you know?
And you're someone who it seems like you remain, this is who you are.
Yeah.
This is who you were, this is who you are. You're still down to earth.
Yeah.
Like you're you.
Yeah.
You're big personality, but down to earth.
Okay. Yeah.
You don't think so?
Yes, I think I'm a big personality. But oftentimes, people tell me, you know, girl, you a big deal. And I'm like, girl, I'm just me, you know?
Yeah.
So that'd be weird.
Are you dating in LA?
I've been in a relationship for 4 years.
Oh, congratulations.
Are you dating anyone?
I don't want, no.
Huh?
What?
You heard me.
Who are you dating? Is this a public relationship? Did you bring him out here?
Did I bring him out here? We were living together, but with the pandemic, I ended up getting my own place, child. I was getting worn out, you know.
So you were living with your boyfriend.
Yes.
And pandemic hits. You moved out.
I moved out.
And the relationship's still going well.
Yes. It's going better.
Good for you guys.
It's going better, actually. I didn't even realize that I needed space, you know? And it's cute because now it takes us back to the beginning where it's like, you want to come over my house? I'm cooking dinner. You know, it's really cute. It's like a
I think that's great.
Fresh start.
And was there ever a time in that period where either of you, and I think it would be maybe more him because you're the one who moved out. People hate the idea of things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, of
it's
course.
Like, oh, well, if we're in love, we're not supposed to go backwards.
Yes, he hated it. And
he
he didn't understand it.
Okay.
You know?
So he did struggle with that a little bit.
Yeah. But I was like, I said, look, and it was a rough patch, you know, it's not all flowers and glitter. But it was definitely a rough patch, but it worked out, you know? And I mean, he's 7 minutes away, so it ain't nothing.
But that's great. I feel like a lot of relationships, we do that, right? We honeymoon phase, we rush into things, we move in. Maybe we move in because like our leases are up and it's like cheaper.
We moved in with each other after 3 months.
Yeah. Right. And that's not that uncommon.
He came to Atlanta
for a lot of
was
reasons.
in New Orleans.
Yeah. For a lot of reasons, people do that, right?
Yes.
And then you're just like, oh shit, man. And then sometimes they just break up because they feel like, well, I feel a certain way. I feel.
Yeah.
And yet you just slowed it down.
Yes, I was like, I'm used to being on the road. I'm used to, you know, being gone. And now I got to look at you every day. And you attractive, but honey, it's annoying, you know? And so with that, it was like, I got to have some space. I got to be creative. I got to be happy, you know, and at peace when I'm doing my job. You know, I can't get on here and make a whole bunch of people laugh when I'm not in a laughing mood, you know? I don't like to be fake, you know?
Well, yeah.
So I felt like I have to get a genuine happiness replenished and go ahead and do that so that way I could be in a good space online. You know, I feel like a lot of people are often, there's this whole thing that I saw where there's like the happy mask on and then behind it somebody's crying. It's not to that extent, but it's like that same kind of thought where it's like you're putting on for everybody, but you're not taking care of yourself, you know? So I had to go ahead and do that. And it's fire. It's so good.
That's great. I think that's very, very inspirational for everyone listening. A lot of people think of how many relationships end because they moved too quickly, felt a certain way, and felt like breaking up was the only option because backtracking felt like backtracking. And it's like, well, if we're not moving, there's
forward.
You're not moving forward, you're dying kind of thing.
Yes.
And
I feel like it's one of those things where people be forcing stuff, and sometimes you got to take a step back and reroute.
how did you get him to understand your point of view?
He didn't understand until I left, and I forced him to understand. The first time the moving guy came in to take my stuff, he was like, "You could leave."
Did it feel like a breakup to him?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think he thought like it was over. No matter how many
Like
times
you were
I
slow
explained
playing
that
the
it wasn't.
breakup.
Yes, but that wasn't the case. I was like, trust me, like I know me. This is gonna be cute. You gonna like it. And later on he was like, I actually like it. And also I got so much stuff. I didn't even realize that I needed a whole new place for all of my stuff. And it's like during the pandemic, it's gotten even worse. I'm getting so many PR packages, so many, I have a whole empty second bedroom with a bed and stuff for guests, but the whole closet is full of packages. So everybody knows where their Christmas gifts are coming from.
So how do you guys manage time in terms of like, a lot of times people will move in together because if you're in a serious relationship, you said you live 7 minutes away. And you're just like, well, I spend 5 nights a week here anyways. Do you spend a lot of time apart, or how do you balance that? And does he still like get whimpery when you're like, I'm spending the night by myself?
No, he doesn't. He's very much so like, it's one of those things where when I'm working, he's like, you need anything? You need some food, da da da. So he'll bring me some food, whatever, if I'm too busy. And then sometimes he'll stay the night, sometimes not so much. He'll be like, I'm tired, I went to the gym, I'm just going to stay at home, and that's fine. So it's one of those things to where it's not necessarily a schedule, but it's no complaining either. We just have very, very good communication.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you remember growing up and thinking of certain things that were like, weren't available to buy, right? Like arcade games. I'm dating myself, but like, now video games are crazy, but like you couldn't get, or movie quality set things.
Got it.
You're just like, it was too good to like be, if you could buy it, it would be some generic version of something.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be like the movie quality masks. Like, like if you want to be Chewbacca, like in Step Brothers, movie quality.
You get the plastic one at the store, but it wouldn't be the real one.
Well, if you want a movie quality stun gun, we got you covered.
We got you covered.
The Axon Taser. It's a stun gun. It's what the cops use. The po-po?
The po-po. Hype man. Well,
if you have an annoying boyfriend or you're just afraid of oncoming attackers, get the Axon Taser. If
you're like maybe also interested in protecting your family this holiday
season,
also maybe like you go out for hikes or something and you want to make sure you have yourself.
You never know. There's some creepy people out there. Get strapped. Be strapped with an Axon Taser.
Non-lethal, self-protection.
Yeah. The Taser devices come loaded with. I have one now, and I want to use it. I'm dying to use it on myself.
I'm so confused with what you're gonna do with it on yourself. I'm nervous. Just remember that it does not paralyze you, but it immobilizes attackers for up to 30 seconds. So if you're going to try it.
They use an electrical charge to immobilize attackers for up to 30 seconds, allowing you time to escape and send an emergency dispatch to your GPS location.
Yeah.
That is security we all want and deserve.
It's the number one choice.
More than 237,000 lives have been saved with the Taser network of devices, apps, and personnel. So protect yourself and your family with the Taser line of smart self-defense products. Listen, you're going to protect yourself. You're going to look badass too, if I'm being honest.
And no one's expecting that under the tree this year.
No one's expecting a Taser gun. Imagine the holiday family fun by busting that out.
When your uncle gets a little crazy.
The Taser is available without a permit in most U.S. states. And listen, just listen. a taser is available without a permit in most U.S. states. So for the ones where you don't need one, just think how like that. Isn't that kind of cool? Like some states, like you need a permit, but for the ones you don't, you can get it.
You can get a taser.
Get the Taser Pulse Plus or Taser Skylight at taser.com with promo code VIALL. Save 50% now at taser.com, promo code VIALL. TASER.com, promo code VIALL. Restrictions apply because I don't know what state you live in. See site for details. We all want to feel safe during the holidays.
Safer self-defense is better self-defense.
For all you ladies out there, imagine getting in your car and putting your taser gun in your glove box. And when you go on a date and you like ask him to grab a napkin out of your glove box and you see a taser and he opens it up, let him know you mean business. Just in case you have a taser gun. Protect yourself. Being a parent is hard, like really hard. Oh shit! Being a parent's hard. And when you have shit in your baby's pants, you need diapers.
Reliable diapers,
Reliable diapers.
Diapers that are cute with different designs and everything that makes the shit look better.
Co-founded by Kristen Bell and fellow People's Choice Award nominee Dak Shepard, Hello Bello is built on the simple idea that all babies deserve the best.
Also,
which is why they offer premium baby products at affordable prices. My parents didn't think I deserved the best. I got hand-me-down reusable diapers because we were poor, and imagine how much more I'd love my parents if they got me Hello Bello diapers.
I mean, and if it got shipped right to the door, so then your mom wouldn't have to like go out and like.
She wouldn't be tired, and she'd have more energy to play with me.
Laundry.
Yeah. Oh my God. Their diaper bundle services let you choose from over 20 different fun rotating designs. Fun. Have fashionable babies. Just head over to hellobello.com/VIALL to build your bundle, and Hello Bello will send you diapers at a cadence that works for you. Every time I read that word, I think to myself, Dax insisted
on that word. It's a Dax word.
It's such a Dax word. Plus, the shipping is free and cancel anytime. No gotchas. They're fun, super soft, super absorbent, and super affordable diapers are delivered right to your door from Hello Bello. And I just want to point out this cadence word, the fact that it probably was a Dax word means they're involved in their company.
Yes.
They care. They make decisions even when it comes to podcast ad reads. Dax is like, he has to say the word cadence.
Say it.
I don't know. At a cadence that works for you.
There you go.
Right now, if you go to hellobello.com/VIALL, you'll get 25% off your diaper bundle order. That's a huge bang for your buck and a lot of potential blowouts saved.
Blowouts.
No pun intended.
Poop blowouts.
That's hellobello.com/VIALL to start bundling with 25% off your order. Plus, get 15% off any add-ons like vitamins or wipes. Don't forget, that's hellobello.com/VIALL. Have you always prioritized like self-care and doing your thing?
No. It took a long time for me to start doing that. A lot of time, I'm a workhorse. So I work nonstop. And that's the problem. You know, for the very first time on my birthday, which was October 24th, I did my first true vacation and left my laptop at home. And I had anxiety about it, you know?
I can relate to that. Especially living in LA.
Yeah.
I'm from Wisconsin. So
Wisconsin.
I equate vacation with like bad weather. You know, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's February. I get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And so because I live in LA, it's like
where there's no bad weather.
There's no bad weather. I don't ever feel like I need to like leave for a trip. And being a hustler and like self-employed like you, it's just like, well, if I'm not, it's not like a vacation day.
Yeah.
You know, when you're working for an insurance company, it's like, well, I got how many vacation days?
Exactly.
I still get my paycheck.
You're right.
Now I'm just like, well, if I leave, I'm not making money and I'm not moving this far. So I have a hard time doing that.
Listen, I was on a trip with amazing. They are all like business owners, successful business owners. And we had a little kumbaya moment around the fire pit. And we were like, well, what's your goals? Da, da, da. And I said, I literally want to take time to unplug, stop, and enjoy my accomplishments from time to time. And literally everybody was like, how do you do that? And I was like, well, I don't know. I just wanted to put that out there because that's a goal of mine, you know, but we were all on the same page. Yeah. We really don't know how to unplug, you know, and when we do have great accomplishments and stuff, we don't even stop and say, dang, I did that. We on to the next thing. Like, what's going on? you know? So I say that to say self-care, no, it hasn't always been a thing, and it's still a work in progress for me.
Something I'm trying to work on. I did it for 2 days. I want to get back to it. I bought a house, and then I was, for some reason, that was an excuse to like go back to my bad habits. But I've been trying to plug my phone in like the living room. And then going to bed so that like I'm not on my phone for like a good, whatever time I lie in bed and think about thoughts or watch TV, just I'm not on my phone.
That's
and then go
good.
to bed. And then when I wake up, the first thing I don't do is
go to
grab
your
the phone.
Ooh.
I did it for like 3 days. It was quite nice.
That is
I stopped
cute.
doing it, but I want to get, it's a goal. I want to get back to that habit.
I wake up every morning and I just be like, okay, I look around the room. I feel my legs because I notice people be going straight to their phone before they even see if they low-key went paralyzed in the legs before waking up.
No, that would be me. I've used like things like the election and things like that as an excuse to be like, well, I can't wait.
Yeah. This morning I woke up and started putting subtitles on the video because I saw this video, a TikTok where it said what deaf people hear. In the whole video, I was waiting for sound. And then there was a part of the video where they had them looking at their phone and they just threw it down and they said no subtitles, irritating. So I was like, you know what? Let me start putting subtitles on my video for the hard of hearing, So that's the first thing I woke up and did this morning. I say that to say my phone is always in my hand.
Yeah. We started with our clips doing that, but we are.
There is
software?
There's a online site where they will literally do it for you. It probably take an hour, so I'm not going to say their name because they're not paying me on this podcast. But
Amen.
I'll tell y'all when we go off air.
Great.
I use an app.
Yeah, y'all should put it on y'all stuff.
YouTube,
Yeah.
I'm just starting this today, but I'm like so for it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I have a niece that's hard of hearing. She has like hearing aids. She
Yeah.
doesn't be able to hear. So it's like I notice those things a little bit more now. So it's cool that you notice that. Yeah.
Yep.
I saw you say something that I really quite liked. I know, like your thoughts on it. And you talked about awkward thoughts. I thought that was cool.
Where you see that at?
You did an interview and you said you had awkward thoughts and you feel maybe more appreciated now for those thoughts.
Yes. It's funny. I asked you where you saw that at because I say it, but I would like to know in what context I said it. But now that you said that, I know what you're talking about. When I was younger, I realized, yes, I had a whole bunch of awkward thoughts and I'd be like, what the heck? Like, I'm a real weirdo, But today, those same awkward thoughts executed in video form got people laughing. So, it's just kids are harsh, and what's different to them is
everyone's
very
harsh
much
these days, but yeah.
Yeah. But especially like growing up and stuff, kids are very one track minded. And so if something doesn't fit the popular thing, they're like, you're weird, So I would never say it out loud because I didn't want to be weird, But I'd be like, dang, like I realized when I was writing in my diary, I went back to my childhood diary. The stuff that I was writing, I did a YouTube video on it. Ghetto. Very ghetto. Okay.
Like
1
what?
star. Wouldn't recommend. It was
Like
horrible.
what?
Just the stuff, like the way that I was thinking about like scenarios with friends. Like one thing that comes to mind immediately, and you're probably like, what the heck? But this guy, we were kids. He was cheating on his girlfriend at the time, and I was like, but he my friend, so I'm not gonna tell her, And I'm like, why am I even writing about this in my diary as a kid? Like, what? And I thought I was doing something with my loyalty, But yeah, I was different in the head.
I mean, you were younger.
Yeah.
Do you have strong thoughts on loyalty and the balance between being the good friend and being a good person?
Yeah. Ooh. It depends on what it is, with being a good person when it comes to relationships and me seeing somebody else's stuff. My loyalty depends on your stupidity, right? So I say that to say, I could sit up here and be loyal to you and tell you exactly what I saw your dude doing. But if you going to keep going back being stupid, then my loyalty is going to die down. I'm still going to be your friend. But my loyalty is not going to include me telling you about what your man is doing.
It also could be subjective too. Like, you know, you could debate what does it mean to be a good friend. You could be a yes friend. Just tell them what they want to hear.
Oh, there's a lot of those.
I would argue that's not being a good friend.
I agree.
Great friends would be like, you're being shitty.
Yeah.
And loyalty can fall into that pocket of being like, well, I'm loyal to you, but like, I'm going to be loyal to you by like telling you need to hold yourself accountable, because if you don't, I will, because I'm going to be a good friend.
I agree. It's definitely subjective, and I also feel like it's a case by case basis.
Yeah. Where do you in relationships? How loyal are you to? I mean, like, I don't mean like being faithful. I mean, but like, you know, the balance between being independent and then being committed to like the partnership of a relationship.
Sometimes I could be loyal to a fault, I think, but at the same time, one thing that I do that I feel like is very important, is I put myself first, right? Because I feel like if I don't, a lot of people put, and this is just me generally speaking, not specifically my relationship. I notice that a lot of people will put their relationship first, and it causes them as an individual to fall back, you know? And I don't ever want to do that. We can't win as a unit if I'm not on my best, you know? So I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, it totally does.
Okay.
Have you always been that way? Like when you meet it, like, because a lot of people will get in a relationship and do what you're suggesting, right? Or they'll just be focused on getting him or her to like them back. They're not making any decisions for themselves.
When I was young, I was dumb, like most. So no, I haven't always been like that.
What made you realize that? Like, what was there a moment where you're just like, why am I doing this?
After my last relationship before this one, I was like, okay, let's evaluate some things. I just slipped and fell into this relationship. Like it wasn't even supposed to happen. Yes. Because in my mind, I was just going to be the single rich auntie, you know?
Okay.
So with that, it's like, I very much so am like, these are my boundaries that I'm going to set in place for myself. And if I ever start slipping, you know, anything like that, it's a problem. But, you know, he's also real good at that too. He's like, make sure you hit up your friends. Make sure you do this, you know. So
he supports your independence.
Hell yeah,
That's
he
great.
do. If he didn't, that would be a problem, you know.
Do you have, I mean, I agree with you, but I feel like a lot of people struggle with that.
I feel like it too.
Right? Like where it's just like that balance between, again, like real confidence and love is just like, go do your thing, go be independent. Like I don't, you know, supporting each other's. I couldn't be with someone who didn't. In fact, I really need that in a relationship. Someone who like.
Do you have that?
Pardon me?
Do you have that?
In what?
This is a safe space.
I feel like I'm currently hanging out with someone who does that. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. I was almost getting concerned. Okay. Good.
I haven't always had that, but that's something I don't think I realized I needed.
Yeah.
And like early relationships, it was always me doing that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll be fine. You know, and in terms of someone who was like, I didn't realize I required a cheerleader as much as I thought I did.
You know, I think a lot of times
someone who believed in me.
That's fire. I think a lot of times people don't realize how much it's necessary until they get it. And then they realize that they were missing it from their prior situation.
Because I've always been very confident. I'm like, I've always believed in myself.
Yes.
And so I didn't require it in relationships because I was like, I'm good.
I'm good.
You know? And then I sometimes feel like I dated people where my confidence rubbed off on them in a bad way that almost made them feel insecure. And so and then instead of being like my cheerleader, they would just try to poke holes. And then I had people in my life that like they would compliment me and say I believe in you, and I didn't realize how much that
and
felt.
then you looking at your partner sideways.
You're just like, oh wow, yeah. And it was just like I didn't realize. I didn't think it felt. It made me feel weak to think I needed a cheerleader. Like, oh, you need people like really. You need a cheerleader?
Yeah.
But it's an important thing.
It is important. You got to be with somebody who supports you and cheers for you as much as you do yourself. Because to me, that's a reflection of how they see themselves. If they can't even support their partner, they're not supporting themselves. Because if your partner win, you win, you know? And that's just all over red flags to me.
Yeah. So what are you working on these days?
Everything. Currently, my podcast called The Salon is everywhere. It's so cute. We talk about everything, you know? It's basically...
Is that like the idea, like you go into the
bingo,
salon and
have, you know, conversations about whoever's there, you know? Depending on who's in the salon will determine what kind of conversation you're having. So I have all kinds of people come, you know, like Lena Waithe, Super Scent, Kim Whitley, Suki Hana, all kinds of guests. So Suki Hana she's a entertainer, rapper who's very vulgar and nasty, you know, and I love it. You know, then there's Super Scent. She's very much so a businesswoman from New Orleans who always drops knowledge, but she also share her personal business. So we just talk about every single topic, you know, and there's no boundaries, and I love it. Just like the salon, it's real unfiltered and raw.
Yeah, I feel like it is. I mean, I don't know.
Is it like that at the barbershop?
I haven't really been to a lot of barbershops.
What? You be cutting your own hair?
I do. Pandemic, yeah. But I guess I go to a salon.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
you
know.
shaved your head. I forgot.
You be getting your wig done?
Pardon me?
You be getting your wig done at
Yeah.
the salon?
No. What do I go?
You're
I
not
guess
dating
I guess
Lala.
I guess a salon, right? Like before the pandemic, I had a stylist, a hairdresser.
You don't have a barber? So what?
What's the difference between a barber and a stylist?
A
I feel like
barber cuts your
men.
hair.
Is it men specifically for
No, barbers be cutting women's hair too. She got a low cut and
like
stuff.
a barber, like shorties.
What do you mean shorties?
Shorties on Fairfax? Never mind.
Oh.
Do you, when you go to the salon, what do? They shampoo your hair?
Yeah.
And they cut your beard and stuff?
They would if I wanted them to, but usually no. I'd trim my own beard.
Do they cut your hair at all?
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say that's a barber.
Yeah. But she or he, I've had both, do like coloring to other, like from, they don't do that for me, but
I was just
they
gonna
have
say,
other,
you color your hair.
no, but they have other clients. Like a barber could cut my hair.
Yeah.
Like I have no needs more than what I guess you would describe as a barber. But I don't know if I go to a barber.
You know,
If that-
now
I
you're
don't- does that
confusing
matter?
me on what a barber is.
Me too.
So,
You know what I've never had is a close shave.
for real, well, what is that on your face?
Well,
You mean like with a blade?
Yeah.
And like a whole thing, like a
got
whole
it, got it.
situation.
you know, I feel like that's what a
Okay.
barber does, right? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Ooh, when I think about that, I think about the color purple, and now I want one.
Oh, right.
You know,
Yes.
she literally was
Yep.
sharpening up that blade, and
Yep.
you know, you got to watch it because obviously you
God
haven't seen
forbid
it.
She messed that up.
Did she kill him or
You
something?
never seen The Color Purple?
Came close. You haven't seen the color purple?
Should I see it?
Get out.
I mean, that was like required in high school.
Come on now.
Color Purple is amazing.
Who's in it?
Like
Whoopi Goldberg.
Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah,
It's like
yes.
what's like made Whoopi like
I thought
Oscar status.
I thought that was Ghost.
Oh no.
What?
That's how I remember. Whoopi. What was the movie?
I mean, I'm not that much older
What was
than you.
What was the movie with Whoopi and Ted Danson?
Oh, that one was crazy when they
What-
dated.
Where they dated and like she had Ted Danson was the surrogate father
Yeah,
or something.
yeah,
He was
yeah.
a car sale. It was
Yeah.
I don't know what movie that
I don't
is,
know. It was-
but tell me
wasn't
so
very
I
good.
can watch
It's a
it. I got a
terrible
lot
it was
of
a
time
terrible
these days.
movie. It was a terrible.
It's a
movie.
So
terrible
yes,
movie.
my podcast, I'm working on that. I'm working on building 2 companies, literally for merch. They're going to be really cute. I'm not even going to say because I don't want nobody to try to take my ideas. You know how it go. But
I understand.
sourcing for that, being fit, you know, being up in the gym, honey, getting these gains, working on my big butt that you've seen when I walked in the door. Modeling. I've been doing photo shoots and stuff like that, and just
Oh,
creating.
you could do a pose, girl.
Come on.
You
You
can
know,
pose.
Vogue, Cover Girl, all them out there. Essence, holla at your girl. So those, and lastly, what is the last thing? Oh, auditions, of course. And I forgot the last thing, but I'll randomly shout it out before this is over.
Are we going to be getting to see you in any major motion films or TV shows coming up?
You will. And it's not on paper, but I'm just telling you because I know it's coming.
Just putting it out there.
Yes, I'm putting it out there.
Oh, aren't you coming up with a feminine hygiene thing too?
Yes, girl. Well, dang, she just put out one of my businesses. Basically, I'm normalizing talking about women's vaginas. You know? Yes.
Good for you.
Yes. It's such a taboo, and it's such a like, oh my God, you know, girl, it's okay.
You mean like when people walk in this, like the girls walk in this aisle in the store and they're like, should I buy that? Is
Yes.
someone
Like,
looking at
no,
Buy
let's
what?
normalize.
Like if you're going to buy like a feminine, like soap
Pads,
or body wash,
soaps,
anything like
yes.
that. Yeah.
And
To our
pH balances being off, so there being an
Yeah.
odor.
They have sprays. They have all different kinds of things. But I feel like women, when you walk down the aisle, before you grab for something, you kind of like do the look over your shoulder to see if anyone's
Do you
seeing
feel like
grab
a
it.
lot of women aren't and don't know a lot about their vaginas?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of them don't know about it, but also when they do, they're embarrassed to talk about it with somebody else.
With other women?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like common issues that exist, they be like, well, I'm not going to say that because that's embarrassing. But they don't even realize the person who they probably want to talk to done had the same issue before, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think people in relationships should be able to talk about that?
Yeah.
Yes.
If they don't, yeah.
I don't know.
Do you not talk about it with your partner?
Well,
Cut that part out.
With
what do you
people
mean
you've been
talk
hanging
about
out
it?
with in the past, in past relationships, have you ever not talked about like
If you're, for example,
hygiene?
right?
Give me an example. Yeah.
All right. First of all, I know that men be so disgusted when it comes to a woman having her cycle. And it's like, oh my God.
I'm not.
That's good. You shouldn't be because it's normal and it happens every month. But to some men, it's just like, oh my God, you know.
Listen, if the field's open, I'm still playing.
That's good. That's good. I think that's
also, if you want to like,
very bold of him to say.
if you
I
want
mean,
to like,
amazing.
if you want to put a pause in it for maintenance, also fine. But I'm just saying, like,
I'm just saying like props.
Listen.
I respected you before, but
I'm gonna,
respect
like-
you more
Come
now.
on now. That's big. I think that's
Is it though?
fire. Yes.
Yeah,
because
because-
a lot of people, a lot of men especially be like, oh my God, you know, all right, well, I'll just, you know, but I say that to say, for example, if a
put a towel
girl's coming
down.
off her cycle, oh my God, I like this man.
I love it.
So you be running red lights.
yeah, blowing right through them.
Amplify this because this is good. Okay. And that's
Is that not
fine.
common?
No.
Like a
No.
guy would be like, I just, cause you know, in dating situations, I guess they'd be like, well, you know, I'm on my period. I'm like, okay.
Yes,
So?
some women be afraid to say I'm on my period because of men having adverse reaction, but also there might be a freaking stench after her cycle because it's the last couple days or something like that.
It's a little iron, you know, a little.
Oh
little
my
metal.
God. See, and
Smells
these
like
are
pennies.
conversations. It does.
It does smell like
It really do.
It's fine. It's like a casino. It's like slot machines.
Oh my God. That's so funny because that's what I say. I say, oh my God, it's metallic. Like, that's what I say.
There are worse smells.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
Morning breath.
Oh my God.
Awful.
Yes. Yes. Go that way. But yes, girls are afraid to talk if something's going on, if she has a freaking yeast infection, which are actually common and normal. It's like, oh my God, like, you know, and it's like, girl, talk about it so I could tell you what to do about it.
Question. Do
Go
you
ahead.
think that, I'm sure it's both, but do you think it's more women are insecure about talking about it and they assume guys, there's a stigma around it and they assume most guys won't? Or in your experience, do you find that men often have a very immature reaction to these topics? You know what I'm saying? Because
I feel
in
like-
my experience, I've had women mention this, like if I'm in an early dating situation, and they'll be like, well, you know, we can't because like, you know, and I'm like, I don't care. If you don't care, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then it's like, okay.
Yeah.
But I have to like let them know I don't care. So my question is, are men making women feel like there's something wrong, or are women presuming men think it's gross?
I'm not going to sit up here and say that it's necessarily men, but there are just simply a lot of women who do not like to talk about those things because of whatever was planted in their mind that people are disgusted by it. Other women and men, not just men alone. You know, it's a conversation that women often don't want to have with women because they feel like a woman might look at her different or something, you know, like even on prime example, a TV show, like a girl had like some cream in her purse or something. And it's like, yeah, girl, that's why you need to work on that vagina because you keeping that cream on you. And it's like, so what? So what? You know?
There's nothing like I'm a clean person, but there's nothing I'm disgusting in general. So like, how can that be
obviously you are, and a lot of people are going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe that he said that. But I think it's admirable.
I'm just mean like, you know, we all do things where I'm just like, I'm glad no one knows about that.
Well, they know now.
Just in general, I'm not gonna get specifics, but hardwood floors, towels,
Peroxide.
yeah, avoid carpet.
Yes. Peroxide definitely does help to get blood stains out of something.
I've heard.
Yeah. So it definitely works. To any women out there, you know, if you got stains in your panties, whatever, catch it fresh, put some peroxide in there, girl, and just scrub it out. You'll be good to go.
Yeah. Also,
Home
just
remedies.
try it on the boyfriend. I feel like he would care.
Warn him, though. Don't just
Warn
sneak
him,
it on
yeah.
him, child. Next thing you,
No, I mean
Murder.
like
That's slippery.
if you're
Okay.
if you're dating, don't assume that he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's a conversation to be had. Hey.
I just feel like if you're dating someone early on and he acts like a 12-year-old boy to you being on your period, that's a huge red flag. No pun intended.
I was about to say, you would say red, huh? But
I'm just
yeah.
like, really? You're a child.
Well,
How could you date someone yeah, I don't know.
We can't have those conversations, you mean?
Yeah.
yeah, I haven't had that issue, so I can't really say. But I just know in general with women, it's just like a taboo. Don't go there. Red zone.
Well,
Danger.
thanks for doing. I mean,
I do what I can.
Yeah. Before I let you go,
Already?
do you what else you want to talk about?
I want to talk. I'm just playing.
No, great. Come on. We could talk for hours.
Don't worry. I don't have anything else.
I'm glad that you seem to be enjoying yourself.
I am. This is really cute. It's been a while.
Cute to be in a room with somebody else.
It is.
We're gonna play a game if it's okay with you.
Yeah,
It's
let's
called
play.
Do You Know Me?
Okay.
And Chrissy and I are gonna guess who knows you better.
Okay. This is good.
I'm gonna read these very generic or specific questions, and don't answer right away out loud. Think in your
Okay.
head. And
All right.
it's a simple yes or no will suffice. But if you have an anecdotal story to
Okay.
describe why you answered the way you did, please share.
All right. I'm here for it.
Do you know me with Lala, Milan?
Yeah.
Question number 1. Chrissy picked these out. Just
Okay.
disclaimer.
All right.
Does Lala have any specific turn-ons? You know, that's a very generic question with the word specific in it.
Oh, okay.
Just want to point that out.
How is it generic?
Any turn-ons?
Any specific ones?
That's what I'm
I would
saying.
think because that would be like it's very specific, like your neck or your like, you know.
Oh, y'all.
I mean,
talking
yeah,
about
everyone
like that.
does.
Oh my God.
Everyone has a specific. Everyone has something that turns you on, which would make it specific.
Yes.
That's what I
Way
mean.
to tear apart the question, but also
don't like this
I'm
question.
going to say yes. She
Yeah,
does.
because everyone does.
Yeah.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is yours?
Well, see, I wasn't gonna go that deep, and I'm still not. Okay.
Okay.
So my specific turn-ons is a man that smells good,
Oh yeah.
looks good, and just keeps himself together. You know, like we could be going somewhere real quick, and you just come out smelling like some cologne and some good lotion. And I'm like, boy, where you going? Who you getting dressed for? Calm down. You doing too much. But I really like it, you know?
But not too much cologne. There's nothing worse than like a guy who wears cologne.
not a
and when
guy.
you
Not a baptism,
And when you
but, like,
hug
it's just
them,
a-
like their smell sticks to you.
Yes.
That is
No,
so
you
gross.
just put a little
Take
bit
a
on.
lesson.
You put a little bit on, so like you just it should always smell like he put on cologne 3 hours ago.
Yes.
I think
like
that's
there.
a good way to put it. Yeah,
I
not
don't want it
too
to
much
stick
at
to
all.
me.
And obviously, you put it in the right spots. That's how it will smell. Like when they get close, you smell good.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't want to know you're
in
coming.
a personal space.
It's like I don't. It's not supposed to be a
I'm
warning.
Cuban, and I tend to find the men in my family. We call it.
They douse
We call it
themselves.
a Cuban shower.
That's hilarious.
It's
That's hilarious.
yeah. It's not supposed to be an alarm for your approach.
It's funny because one of my neighbors, I can't ever catch him, but I always know that he's been in the hallway because I can smell his
Yeah.
cologne, and I'm like, I know he runs through
Or
a
in the
bottle a week.
elevator. Oh,
Yeah.
so gross. Anyway.
Question number 2.
All right.
Has Lala ever muted one of their friends on Instagram? And by friends, I mean like someone who, if they found out you muted them, would be offended, but you found their content to be obnoxious.
I'm going to say yes. There's too many people in the feeds these days. You got to mute some people.
I'm gonna say no, only because I feel like she's just doing her own thing and she doesn't sweat the small stuff. And if it bothered her that much, she would tell her friend.
Well, I have, and
Who is it?
it was my friend Ash. I'm just playing.
She's like Jonathan Bennett.
I did because I was like, I'm tired of seeing this. But for the people who aren't necessarily my friends and it's just in passing and stuff, I hit the unfollow button. Like one time, this dude, he was always posting his butt cheeks, and I follow him because he's a stylist. And I'm like, I didn't come on here to see this, you know. And I told him in person, I said, honey, I unfollowed you because I'm tired of looking at your cheeks. He was like, well, follow my hair page. And I said, you ruined that.
I love it. And why is he posting his butt?
That was the question of the day.
I'll do a lot of things, but I won't do that.
Look.
And I have a great ass.
I'll take your word for it.
Has Lala used the oven in the last 24 hours? Yes. Sure. No, I'm not based on that. I'm gonna still say yes.
I'm going to say no, just because I haven't.
No, I have not. I do use the oven a lot, but not in the last 24 hours. I bake a lot of chicken.
Okay.
I like it.
Has Lala ever sent a nude? Yes.
Yes. She's been my boyfriend for 4 years.
Well, you guys are absolutely correct. And of course, yes. I used to send, I used to be so paranoid that I would send my nude with his name watermarked on there because I was like, I don't trust you just yet, but at the same time, I want you to see, you know, what I'm blessed with. But if it gets out, I'll know it came from you because it got your name on it.
Wait, what?
That is so smart.
Yeah. I used to watermark my nudes.
That is so freaking brilliant. And
Wow.
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah. I know it sounds crazy, but I was obviously social
not
media
crazy.
taught
It's
me.
not crazy. It's
Yeah.
Not
smart.
crazy.
If ever
Watermark
it gets
your
out,
nudes.
I'm going to be like, who the heck? Daquan. You know? Like that. So,
Wow.
is
That
so
might be
smart.
the
That's a
most helpful
game-changing
takeaway
thing,
of
yeah.
this. Wow.
yeah, well, there you go. A takeaway.
Is there an
you
app for
watermark
that?
your nudes. Yeah. There's plenty of apps. Just type in watermark apps and you'll find plenty. I don't
You
remember
should come up with like your
which
own
one I
kind
was
of
using.
watermark app for that.
for nudes.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So if it gets out,
You know who did it.
That's hilarious.
That's fucking
That's
great.
funny.
Has
Thank you.
Lala ever fallen asleep during sex? I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say no as well.
If anybody has, that's kind of pathetic on the other person.
Dude, is that a thing?
Some people, it's a thing. I
Really?
guess. I mean, it's a thing enough to have a question about it.
I guess.
I
That's
guess if you're like
hilarious.
a tired mom and you're like, fine,
Yeah.
let's just do it tonight, honey. Maybe you get tired.
I hope that never reached that point
But-
in my life.
If your life is that missionary that you're falling asleep during sex, you got to figure it out.
Last question. Does Lala have a go-to pickup line? No.
I'm going to say her pickup line is, "You're fire."
Is what?
You're fire.
That's hilarious.
I feel the way that question reads is like you have like, I always say this and it always works.
But you know what's funny? I feel like dudes do, but I wouldn't even have a pickup line.
Yeah.
It's a situational thing.
But if you're a guy and you have a pickup line, I feel like it's weird.
Cornball.
Yeah. There might be like an
DMs,
approach
some
you
people
do. Like when, you know, when instead of like, how do you slide into a DM? There's a way to go about it. You don't use the same line.
How do you slide in the DMs?
Honestly, you just say anything.
What do you say?
If I were to slide in your DM,
okay,
I'd go to your page. Mm-hmm. I would find the picture that is the least about you.
Okay.
It's
none.
In no way sexual. Mm-hmm. You know, or the least sexual.
Uh-huh.
And then I would send that picture to you and ask some sort of benign question about something in.
You're stupid.
In there. And all
it's like a picture of a lake, and you're gonna send it to her and be like, "Where is this lake? What a beautiful lake."
Yeah, or like maybe you put on
water
maybe you put on one of your incredible outfits, and I would write, "I have the same one in purple." I don't know, something. It
That's
doesn't.
So funny.
It doesn't matter. The point is, clearly, I want to talk to you. I'm not going to be like every other guy who's like, "You're so hot," you know, like you're hot, and like I'm not gonna like. I'm just gonna be like. I'm going to try to strike up a conversation. The assumption is I'm not going to slide in. Like, I don't care about if there's a promo code for that. I've done that.
Uh-huh.
Be like, is there a promo code for that? Or is there a promo code for your blender that's in the background? I've asked that.
See, and I wouldn't even get a response from me. But dang, now I'm thinking about it. I'm like,
that wouldn't make you smile or laugh?
Approach? I get so many questions from people that I can't even answer them all. So I would just overlook it. So if I was interested in dating and somebody would have to be direct.
Like you're in a relationship now.
Yeah. They would have to be direct. Even if I was to answer. I am so afraid of answering my DMs. Even if I was single, I just wouldn't.
Well, I get, yes.
Because everybody screenshots is out here. Then next thing you know, in my mind, how many other hoes inbox you done slid into with this same pickup line? You know? Yeah. So I'm just like, no, I can't trust it. I gotta meet somebody in person, you know? Yeah. And that's what I prefer. And also too, men be so courageous in the inbox, but wouldn't say that in person. You know, I can't stand. I've seen it happen with some of my friends, or even just it's a running joke where it's like guys will see you in person, not say nothing, then come into your inbox, you look real good tonight. Boy, why you ain't say nothing in person? You know?
Oh, like they see him all night and they leave.
Yes.
And be like, wow, I really like your dress.
And she was probably eyeing him too, but he was such a punk that he ain't want to say nothing until later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Social
media done kind of messed it up for men.
The easiest thing to do is compliment people.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
People should just practice complimenting people. Look, you look really nice today.
Yeah.
But like,
even someone like of the same sex. What a great jacket.
Oh yeah, I'd be gassing girls up.
Yeah. But just in general, practice complimenting people. So then when you do it to someone else, you don't feel weird and creepy.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like if you're sending a DM afterwards to tell someone they look nice, what you're really saying is like, I want to put my dick in you.
Well,
like if you can't give someone a simple compliment like your dress looks nice to their face, there's bigger issues there.
Well, people get nervous and awkward.
I think that a lot.
I'm not saying they don't want to, but like that's just
people from person to person interaction. So nowadays, people don't even have the traditional, what is now courage to speak to somebody in person. You know?
Yeah.
That's what social media has kind of done.
It has.
So it's sad, but it's reality.
Well, on that note, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all at Lala Milan. Also on a Salon, which is on all podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts from, whether it's Stitcher, whether it's Apple, whether it's Spotify, Sirius XM. I'm there. Come holla at your girl. Just type in Lala Milan because apparently everybody got the salon.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
This has been a ton of fun. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to send your questions at AskNick@castmedia.com. Cast with a K. if there's nothing else, subscribe, rate us 5 stars, do your thing. We will see you on Monday.
Bye.